33. John has a goal to ride his bike at least 200 miles this summer. John has ridden 23 miles thus far. There are 35 days left in the summer. Which inequality represents the average distance d in miles John must ride each day for the rest of the summer to achieve his goal? So, we're going to take these couple of sentences and we're going to break each word and phrase into operations and values that will create our inequality. So, John has a goal to ride his bike at least 200 miles this summer. So, at least means that 200, well, let's get this working again. 200 is going to be the absolute smallest number. Why is this not working? Okay, so 200 is going to be the absolute smallest number. So with our inequalities, we're going to open to the largest number and point at the smallest number. So we have an arrow that's going to point at 200. But keep in mind, at least, so we can have 200. We can have 200, but that is the absolute smallest. So that's going to be inclusive. So we're going to write a little line. 200 is less than or equal to. So let's move on. John has ridden 23 miles thus far. That number is not going to change. That is going to stay constant and be added to our final amount. So we have 23, that is a positive 23, we're adding it, so plus 23 miles. Then there are 35 days left in the summer. Keep that in mind, there are 35 days left. Which inequality represents the average distance, d, in miles, John must ride each day? So ride each day. So how many days do we have left of the summer? 35, right? So 35 days, and we want to know how many miles each day. What does each mean? Multiply. Each means multiply. So distance each day. So we're going to multiply the distance by the number of days, 35. So we have 200 is less than or equal to 23 plus 35, 35D. Now, if we look at our answer choices, there is nothing that perfectly matches that. However, we do have all the same values. So at the end, we should have 200 is less than or equal to. So the arrow should be pointing and there should be a line under it. So A will work, B will work, C will not work, D will work, E will not work. So now we're down to 3 answer choices. Next we have a positive 23. A positive 23, and it's just 23. You're not multiplying it by anything. If we look at A, we're multiplying a positive 23 by D. That's not what we have, so that's not our answer. In B, we have a negative 23. If you look over here, it's supposed to be positive, so B is not the answer, which means that if we did everything correctly, D should be our answer. Let's check. We have plus 35, a positive 35D. In D, we have a positive 35D. So that will be our answer choice.